inside the farmhouse because we are about to hang the curtain poles. Curtains are just about ready, so I need to get the poles up. And I have the star of the show, Raymond, coming to help me. Luke and I did some measuring beforehand, so we knew what the drop was going to be. And now we've just got to get the poles up, 5 poles, and a couple of them we need to hacksaw because they're a bit too long. I will never underestimate those who put up curtain poles and the skill that they have ever again. Okay, let's just say Raymond is still down in the dining room. We are trying to sort it out. It is, okay, hanging, comment down below. Have you hung curtain poles before? They are tricky, okay, especially you've got to, oh, yeah. I mean, this is harder than anybody could have ever told me. We've already been here like an hour and a half. That time lapse that you saw of Raymond and down there, that was like an hour. We've been there an hour and it's still not there. Oh, are these the finials? Oh my gosh. Anyway, sorry. It looks like we've got 2 finials. So our game plan is now, because there are 5 poles that we need to hang. Game plan is I do the measuring and get the brackets in place, make sure they're all measured out, all that, and then we put them up, which probably doesn't sound very complicated, but this whole process, hanging curtain poles, it's not. Honestly, I've learned a lot today. And yeah, so this is bedroom number 2. Raymond is still in bedroom number 1. We still have work to do on the dining room down below, and we've been here now for 2 years. Well, that was fun. Not really, but that was, honestly, my arms hurt from just holding up poles for minutes at a time in order to get the pencil marking into where we were going to drill in. Wow. Now I've got to change because it is, after all, the Easter weekend and we have people staying with us, and I've got to be the hostess with the somewhat of the mostess. Hey you guys, I have been working on repairing and sanding some of the old coffee tables here at the farmhouse that I'm renovating, and it has been hugely satisfying. One day, I hope you'll come and stay here and then recognize these tables and be like, I remember seeing these, because part of what's made it all go so smoothly is the Woodworkers Guild of America, who's also sponsoring today's video. Woodworkers Guild of America is my go-to online resource for woodworking instruction, ideas, and even inspiration. So whether you're just getting started or you've been building for years, they've got something for you, like in-depth premium videos on joinery or bandsaw techniques, jigs, cabinet making, and shop setup. And 2 videos that I have really been loving are repairing a wobbly table, which helped me fix one of these tables that had the slightest rock after glue up, and their complete sanding course. That one really changed how I approach finishing. So from choosing the right grit to getting that perfect smooth surface right here, it explained it step by step. And I picked up a ton of skills from WWGOA, whether it's sharpening or gluing or just learning to work more efficiently in my space. Their instructors make every topic approachable, and they're always adding fresh content to keep you inspired. So if this sounds like something you'd love to do, here is your chance. Hear me out, everybody, because it's the first 1,000 people to click the link in the description will get a full year of premium membership to Woodworkers Guild of America for just $1.49. That's it, $1.49 for the whole year, you guys. It's a great deal for new members, and trust me, it is more than worth it. So I hope to see you back here at the farmhouse, putting your feet up maybe, or maybe not, on one of these coffee tables. Happy Easter, everybody. That's right, it is Easter Sunday, and I'm working back in Coatley. The exciting thing is that the curtain poles have been hung, and thank you to Raymond, my partner in crime, for helping me with that. But what I need to get ready now is actually the carpet on the floor and the beds set up, because the headboards and the valances are going to be installed this week. I mean, we are getting so close to getting this ready for opening on Airbnb, booking.com, or you can just go to mapperton.com and you'll see in the website there's something called stays, and you can just book directly with us. But I need to clean the floors a little bit beforehand, and then, yeah, get it set up. But I'm excited, and then I have to go back and cook Easter lunch. It's getting there, everybody. Once we put the soft furnishings in and we hang the curtains and we put the bedside table lamps here, I think it's gonna look absolutely fantastic. It's so hot, and it's May 1st. We are installing Coatley. I'm cleaning these bits of furniture here and that over there, because we're gonna use them as well. Those were found in Marsh Farm. It's a beautiful day. It's actually, I mean, it is so hot here, but Coatley's looking amazing. There are about, I don't know, 12, 15 of these boxes have been delivered. They're all the new bed linen. And I take each one up, put what I need to into each bedroom, and then go back down, and you'll see what I do. But I'm definitely getting my steps in, and this one is, let's see, this one is a soft is down super king. So soft is down super king. It's gonna go in that room. It doesn't have one in there. Okay. This one is same thing. Soft is down super king duvet. And just to give you an idea of what are in these boxes, this isn't even finished yet. And I've been trying to do some emails as well. Here, not finished, because there's still lots of boxes. Not finished, but getting there. Look at this, everybody. It's getting there. And Malcolm has just done this, because it's quite a spacious bathroom. So these are pictures that I found at all those auction houses. For some of them were like £5. Like this one was definitely 15. Could be my favorite one. Anyway, many of you can come here and stay, because look at your view. Look at this. Wow, wow, wow. Well, everybody, today's the big day, because we are installing here at Coatley, and Malcolm's back.
Up a ladder again.
Yeah, up a ladder. So I was able to put all the mattresses together, and then where you've seen me before at Tom's Livingston in Bridport, where we were choosing fabrics. He came and put up the most wonderful headboards and valances here, and we're happy with them, aren't we?
Yep.
Yeah, really happy. I'm really pleased. So, and then we're going to give you a tour of all the rooms once we install, but you're going to get a lot of time lapses of us putting up pictures and that I found, in fact, at cameraman's dad's auction house. Some of the stuff. Okay, you probably don't need my help for this, do you?
No, I think I'm all right. Thank you.
And then how long, Malcolm, do we keep these tied up?
I would keep them at least a week if we can.
Okay, so we're going to keep these because it keeps the nice
Pleats.
pleats here. So great. While Malcolm's doing that, in fact, I'll show you the other bedrooms just so you guys can get a taste. I'm in the middle of this one, of putting the mattresses on the bunk beds. These are lovely. So we've done basically ticking for all of the curtains in all of the bedrooms. This is a mess here, but I'm going to make it really nice. So just watch this space with pictures. Then in here, wow. These lovely curtains, fantastic. These are wonderful headboards in here. So I'm quite pleased with that. And the valances. And then here, you've seen me, this was a real chore putting these beds together. We've got valances. We just went with a neutral blue color. And again, this lovely ticking. So now it's about setting up, putting pictures on the walls, making the beds, because we need to have them made, or at least partially made, for when people arrive. And I need to get photos done so I can put this up on booking.com, Vrbo, Airbnb, Bedful, maybe, and of course, you can go to the Mapperton.com website and click stays, and you can come and now stay at any of our 3 cottages, Keeper's Cottage, Garden Cottage, and now the Farmhouse, Cotley Farmhouse.
Love this fabric.
Yeah, these are great. Really pretty, and they go with the crayfish there. Okay, here, do you want me to hold that and give it to you?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Ooh, cobweb brush up here.
Oh. Yeah, really good color. Everything's looking. So everybody, we have our first booking. I'm just going to let everybody know. I'm slightly stressed. So the booking is in 25 days from now.
We'll get it done.
We'll get it done. 25 days. Yeah, it's a wedding. It's our first wedding, and they want it. So what we've done here is it's minimum 3 nights stay at Cotley is what we've decided, because it's such a big house and it makes sense. If we do 2-night stays, think of the turnover, and you know you've got to have a proper minimum for this house, which is 3-night stay.
There we go. Do you want to let it go?
Yeah. Great. Yeah, I've got
Yeah,
it.
if you could just take the weight.
Yeah, I've got the weight.
Lovely, thank you.
Okay, we have the carpet now, which is really lovely. I think it's fantastic.
Yes, looks lovely.
It's good. And then we're going to move this
Okay.
sofa bed, which is
Not light.
obviously not light, back into here. And
You can put it on that wall up there. Okay?
yeah, yeah. Okay. Great. We've got feet on this now.
Yeah, I think they need painting.
Yeah, we can paint. Do they need?
Lift and push my end.
Oh, lift. I see. Yeah. More?
A bit more.
Or back?
Yeah, back now. Yeah, there we go. Done.
Okay.
Thank you.
So there's that.
Yep.
That was a good find at Busby's.
Yep. And you've got another chair coming for here.
I'm going to bring those 2 chairs from the library, obviously.
Yes,
in here,
but they're for there. But there was a grey one for here, wasn't there?
Yes, that I think Susie's delivering at some point. I'm going to pick it up.
So we're going to pick up and we're going to turn it round to.
Okay.
Oh, this is easier.
Yep. Okay. This is actually a little bit lighter.
There we go.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think that's okay, Malcolm.
Yeah, I think it's because when you get the view that way, it's a much nicer aspect.
Yeah. Should we bring in the 2 side tables from next door?
Yeah.
I'll bring those around. Let's get these off because we don't want these on at all, do we?
Actually, let's keep the two of the bigger ones.
Yeah.
And take those off.
And keep this?
Yeah, just for the moment.
Just okay.
I mean, it's not what we'll do ultimately.
No.
Because I want to get some colour onto it.
Yeah.
But we've got them.
Okay. Then.
Okay, so 2 side tables.
So I need to talk. I'm going to have Raymond come back here and put these doors back on because they took them off for the.
Well, he may need to plane them down.
Yeah. So what happened, everybody, is when they put the carpet in, they needed to take off the doors. They haven't come back yet to put the doors back on.
Now the road ends here, but in fact the road now carries on because the fantastic news here up at Coltley is that finally the road is open. They have finished work and it's looking absolutely brilliant. In fact, looking better than it ever has. If you remember, this is a saga that goes back almost a couple of years when we had those tremendous storms, one after another, and we had this enormous landslip and the road started falling down into the valley. There was another section that completely collapsed further along, and it's taken a really long time to get this job done. And that's understandable because there's a lot you got to do. We had to have all these monitors in the ground to work out what the rate of slip was, work out whether the ground has stabilized, and also to kind of plan and design the new road. And I mean, originally there was a point when the road was going to be diverted into that field and come all the way round. And I'm just really glad that they didn't do that because I think what they've done is brilliant. This is not tarmac, obviously. It's called Type 1. And the surface, therefore, is not fixed. And what it means is that if we have problems in the future, this won't simply collapse and cause these enormous cracks in the tarmac. It might sag a bit, but it'll be repairable. It'll be easily repairable. And at the same time, we've done a huge amount to put in drainage now so that water that floods down this track is now going to come down here. You can see it's got these little grips, these little chutes, where it's being diverted to head down into this big drain here, and then it will go under the road, and you've got the big pipes coming out on this side where they've put a big gabion, a big cage full of stone to give it support. And yeah, it's just fantastic. I'm so relieved. Most importantly, it means that it is open for the season. This means we can actually have people coming up for wildlands tours and critically for Coltley Farmhouse, which is about to open as a holiday let. That's where Julie is working hard to get the whole thing finished, ready to go, so that we can start letting it in a couple of weeks. Now, the ground here is a little bare There are a few plants coming through, but we might need to throw a bit of seed and see what we do. But anyway, let's go have a look and see how they managed on the other bit, because if you remember, that bit had really subsided right down into the track. Now this bit had completely collapsed, and so look what they've done. They've laid a whole lot of stone under here. They've put more of this type 1 in, and it just looks terrific. You know, we don't want things to have too much tarmac on the estate, and you know, over time the colour of this will change as well. There's quite a lot of engineering that's gone into this, because over here is where a lot of the water will come down the hill, and on this side there's a big ditch. Can't quite see over it, but what's happening under here is, again, we've got these enormous drainage systems, and look what they've done here. It's almost like a set of steps you can walk into the countryside, but in fact, again, you've got a big gabion to take the water as it comes out, and you know, this really should solve the problem. And it may not solve the problem forever, but I think it gives us a good couple of decades or something like that. Now, one of the things I've noticed while I've been looking around is the bluebells. Chris, I thought we'd go and have a look. At the same time, I brought my spade, because there is track maintenance we've still got to do, and that's making sure the grips, the drainage in the track is clear, so that when water does come, it's not all coming down, it's being funneled away. So we'll go check the quality of those and have a look at the bluebells at the same time. So we're up the top now of Coltley Hill. So this is the track that heads down to the triangle where all of those works were being done, and where we've got the new bit of track at the bottom. And part of the problem was that the rain would hit the top of the hill here, and it would run off these two tracks, and then it would head on down this track, and you'd have a lot of water coming down when there was a storm. So one of the things we've got to do is try and divert some of that water. I don't think I'm going to have a lot of success today, because the ground is so dry and hard, but I don't know whether you can see here. What we've already done is to create what we call a grip, which is an area where the ground is lower to encourage the water to run off. So round about here, the slope starts coming down, and any rain that comes from this side is probably going to head off down into the wood this way. And in fact, you can almost see with the foliage on the ground that, you know, rain has sort of brought things this way in the past. Gosh, there are the most magnificent bluebells in this wood. I always forget. We'll go and have a look at those in a minute. Anyway, this grip is in reasonably good shape, and in any event, I think I'd need a digger to make any improvements. But let's go down and have a look at the next one and see whether there's anything we can do. As I say, what we're trying to do is just create a little bit of an angle in the track to encourage the water to come off the side rather than to go all the way down. And hopefully all of this will add up to ensuring that the track at the bottom lasts longer. So here's another grip. This one, you can see, went off this way, and you've got a little bit of stuff here. And what we can do to improve this is just dig out a little bit more of this here. Oh, there's a poor worm. So we're just creating a bit more of a scrape. You can see again already that, at least in this bit here, the water, the angle will mean the water runs this way, but not here. You see where this is built up. You just want to create a path for the water. So now we've got that bit there. You've got water coming down here. start to come that way. It's really hard and I kind of need a pickaxe. But, you know, we're making a bit of a difference. What do you think, Chris?
Looks better already.
That's very kind of you. Anyway, that's it's amazing. You actually don't need to do very much to divert water. You'd be amazed how little is needed, and that will bring it that way. Right, on to the next. Now, at this point, in the midst of my hard labour, I think I have to just take a pause and show some appreciation for the bluebells that we have here at Mapperton. People talk in cliched terms about a kind of carpet of bluebells. Well, I think the cliche is somewhat justified here, because come and look on down. It's just the most magnificent sight. All the way down through the woods here on both sides. And often where we find bluebells, we also find wild garlic. And in fact, there is a wonderful patch of wild garlic right here underneath us, and another one there. Now, one of the things I want to do, which we haven't managed to do for this year, is to try and open up more of the woods for walks, for people who can come and enjoy what we get to enjoy here. Because, and this is actually a footpath, so people could be coming up and doing that, but they don't. It needs a bit of publicity, because there's almost nothing nicer than sitting in the woods, surrounded by bluebells, listening to the bird song, and really not much else. Right, after all that hard labour, I thought I'd see if I could get a cup of tea. And I've come to Coultley Farmhouse, where Julie, of course, is setting up, finally, with Malcolm to get the house ready. So all the furniture's going in. I don't know if she's going to be pleased to see me or whether she's going to be hard at it and rather wishing I wasn't here. Let's see. Hi! I've come for a cup of tea.
Okay, well, there's no kettle.
There's no kettle. You got to make it yourself.
Yeah.
Do I get a nice welcome?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Malcolm, should we come down for a quick sec?
I mean, I can come up. It depends what you want to show me. I'm super sweaty because I've been clearing grips up at the Coultley Trap to make sure the road stays open. Do you know what that is?
No.
No, you don't know what that is.
What is that?
It's really important.
Well, anyway,
Hi, Malcolm.
it's so hot because we've had to clean a lot of furniture outside that was like in Marsh Farm. It was disgusting furniture.
You're not as sweaty as me.
We had been, okay?
you? Okay.
If you want to compare notes,
Oh,
we were.
well,
I just blow.
faintly. Faintly.
So, well,
Right, okay, so I've just arrived and I haven't really been in for a while and it's all changed.
so why have you gone back there?
Well, just as if I was coming in for the first time. Which way do you want me to come this way? Oh my goodness, curtains are up.
Yeah.
Welcome. Fantastic. Oh. You're not as excited as me.
We're really excited about it. I mean,
this is where you and I were measuring drop and we
Yeah.
were measuring it, and look how perfect we got it.
It's pretty perfect.
That is pretty perfect. Except that one's a bit higher than
No,
that
it's
one.
not. No, it's not. Please don't say that.
it's-
No,
it's
okay,
'cause
please,
of-
that's a joke. Please don't. There's no joking today. It's all about being kind. Being kind. Okay.
No,
So-
but this looks absolutely amazing.
Don't. I wouldn't look in the kitchen yet because I'm just.
No,
I'm
kitchen-
holding things in
kitchen.
there.
No, but this is the dining room. And
Yeah.
this isn't the table that my great-grandfather had his appendix
No,
out
that's
on.
in
Do you
Keeper's
know about
Cottage.
this story, Malcolm?
Yeah, that's in Keeper's
The one in
Cottage.
Keeper's Cottage,
Yeah, is the one.
my great-grandfather had his appendix out.
Yeah.
So if
Yeah.
you ever go and stay in Keeper's Cottage, you can think of him
Okay.
lying there.
Well, that's really
Back
going to
in-
make
back
people
in
want
the
to
day,
book.
That is, isn't it?
So
Look at
this is it.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
First room finished. Yeah.
First room finished.
Yeah,
I mean,
there are a few little things that we need to do in here.
yeah,
Yeah.
But we're almost there with it.
yeah.
Where did this come from?
That's Great Aunt
Oh,
Damaris's.
that's rather magnificent. Now, Julie and I were just in Alabama, as you know, and they had lots of chairs just like this, but
They were rocking
they were
chairs.
rocking chairs.
Oh, were they?
Yeah,
For out on a porch?
for out on your veranda, exactly. On
Everybody
your
has
deck.
them.
Everybody has them.
Yeah, we don't quite have the
We're
weather
not in the
of
same.
Alabama for
We don't, do we?
porch living.
But we could rock inside, couldn't we?
Good. By the fire.
Next to the fire.
Everything here was found at an auction or what I would say flea market, whatever. Everything here.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. You've
Apart from the
you've
curtains.
done an amazing job. And
Then
next door,
next door it's not done,
next door's not done.
But it's-
half done.
But it's in...
but it's in
getting there.
shape.
Oh, I've got a controversial question.
Well, can you just compliment this? We've got
This is brilliant.
scatter cushions coming. This I will sand, everybody.
Where's this come from?
Auction.
Wow.
That's right.
Yeah.
This one I got at Busby's, didn't I? This one.
Busby's.
Yeah.
Arrival, Chris. Yes. Oh, Busby's.
Yeah, sorry.
And these armchairs look kind of familiar.
Yeah, they were in the library.
They were in the library, weren't they? But we thought they had a better home.
So I'm going to
Malcolm, were you
sand.
happy with the colour of them in here, or was that a little bit of a thing to get
No,
over?
it's not. No, but we can work with it.
Yeah.
There were some other things that we were going to get, but we cancelled because they
Yeah.
won't work with this. But that's all right.
That's okay. Okay. And these doors closed or left open?
Closed.
Closed. That's why you've got the
Closed.
sofa
Right.
there.
So if we've got kids watching TV,
They've got to come
next
around
door,
and come in here.
Yeah.
and we think, yeah, that works fine.
So I
doesn't
still have to sand this.
it? Wait, there's a door.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There,
so
we
when
can
they
get
did
back
the-
on.
Oh,
They had to take it to. Oh,
To do the
carpet.
in order to get the carpet in.
So Luke, I've got to sand this, which I will do, and then I'm going to paint the base of
I don't know, it's
this.
got quite good patina.
No,
I
no.
always think patina is a good word to avoid work.
That-
Don't you think? No,
No,
no.
I
okay.
love the word patina, and I'm all for it.
There's
But-
patina,
Yeah.
and there's too much patina, and that's too much
You know,
patina.
the shabby chic and shabby shite.
That's exactly right. Oh my God, I've got to.
I hadn't heard that. I'd heard shabby chic.
I've
Yeah.
got to dust that one. Okay, so then you've got.
So that's all fabulous, and the carpet works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the carpet's
Yeah.
brilliant. What I really like about the carpet, I forgot to say to you, is I love the colouring of the
With-
stone
Yeah.
and the carpet together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
it's
work
great.
brilliantly.
Yeah.
And I think that little device of putting that painted
I
board
know.
in to get the carpet within one width,
Because we were going to have to order
That's
two
right.
widths of 4
That was a
meters.
whose
We're gonna have
whose
to have
clever
it-
idea was that?
that was mine, Lou.
Well done.
Yeah.
Val. Do you know why I said that, knowing that? Just so you could.
It looks
Just
good
thinking
too.
creatively.
And that wood burning stove works there, doesn't it?
I think so.
People,
Yeah,
people
that
will
one
be
does.
able to have fires, and if the fire gets out of control, we've got at least 2 fire extinguishers in the corner.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know one of my favourite things about the farmhouse, though, is the colour scheme that you've chosen,
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, that's
woodwork.
Mylan's.
Love it.
and particularly this.
Yes.
I love coming through here
And seeing that
and
just blast
seeing
of
that.
colour.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
that's
Don't you
Mylan's
agree?
paint.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, it's,
So we have to give a
it's
huge
fabulous.
shout out to Mylan's, and the collection we used was from the interior designer
Beata Human.
Beata Human, and you can check out Mylan's paint color. I mean, we've used, we've used Egyptian gray and Cadogan stone for the walls and the woodwork.
Yeah, those are just plain Mylan.
Right, and then when we did colors here, we used, we used
Beata.
Beata's.
I thought that you'd focused on downstairs, but you've got things going here.
We've got things going upstairs as well. So,
Malcolm, by the way, can I just compliment you on your slippers? That is a fine pair of
Thank
slippers. Is that a bit of sort of killim that's been
yes, a bit of keelim that's been
cut up
and made into a pair of
repurposed?
slippers. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
that they're more comfortable when you're
when you're
on
in
your
a house.
feet all day inside.
Yes, and not wanting to have sort of
Yeah,
chunky
not
shoes like these,
exactly.
making muddy
No, well,
mess.
I've been going up and down ladders and all the rest of it.
Oh, look at this.
So, bedroom number
The
1.
bed skirts and the headboards.
Bed skirts, headboards, and we're just sort of about to start hanging pictures when Julie comes back with some picture wire. So we're doing a pair either side.
Fabulous.
So that'll sort of pull.
This was
This
one
together.
of Julie's best finds, wasn't it?
20 quid.
£20. Not everything here is £20, by the way.
No, some of it's free.
But that one really was quite something.
Yeah.
And look, and you've got a chest of drawers, you've got your cupboard.
Yeah.
You're all set.
Yeah. So it's.
And you've
you're
matched.
getting there.
You've matched
Yeah.
the armchair with the.
Yeah. No, we've sort of worked on all the sort of the fabrics and the
I
colours.
thought you didn't want to match too many things.
No, they're not too
Little bit.
matchy, but they sort of complement
They've
one
got
another.
a bit of that.
So this
look at
is
this.
the bedroom number 2. So, yeah, we've
And
got
look
the
at these
curtains hung
headboards. Yeah.
this morning.
Yeah.
So
They just look fantastic, and these are really comfortable.
apparently so.
Have you ever slept on one? You must have. Yes, you have.
Yes, I have.
In Garden Cottage.
Yeah.
I
Garden
mean,
cottage.
people come to Mapperton and they stay in our cottages, and they really don't want to leave. Not because of the views, not because we're here,
Really comfy
but
beds.
because of the mattresses. And that's important. I
It
think.
is. Yeah,
And
well,
look
if you're
at those
going somewhere.
curtains.
And the,
Wonderful.
yeah. And the other thing, the amazing thing is the views here.
Yeah.
So then we've got this little room, which we adore.
Now, I haven't seen this
Oh,
yet.
have you not seen this yet? So, this little bunk room.
Wow. And it's full length, so an
Yeah.
adult could still go in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Two adults could share a room if they had to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
And look at the curtains.
New curtains.
And
Amazing view.
And you can't beat those views, can you?
can't.
It's absolutely astonishing. By the way, what do you think of my idea for a fire pit in the middle of that circle?
I hadn't heard that.
You've not heard that?
That's a brilliant idea.
Isn't that a good idea?
Really
well, I
good
think with
idea.
some log stumps around it,
Yeah.
you know, sort of
Yes,
nice,
yeah,
nicely
something
done.
like that, yeah.
Yeah, I think that would work. I have noticed there's a slip tile on the shed,
Yeah.
but apparently that's going to get done
Good.
at some point. Oh, you're missing a...
Yeah, we do have it somewhere.
Okay. And this is
And then
we're not allowed to
bedroom.
say master bedroom, aren't we? So we say primary bedroom. Is that
Principal
right?
bedroom, I think.
Principal
isn't
bedroom.
it?
Principal bedroom, and it's got oak leaves.
Yes, it has.
An
then-
oak leaf motif.
Yeah.
And yeah, Julie and I laid the carpet here the other day.
Beautifully done.
Do you think we did
Yeah,
okay?
you did. It's fine.
We thought quite hard about it.
Yes. No, you've got it
As
in
you
the
can
right
imagine,
spot. Yes.
All this needs now are some lamps and some pictures.
Yeah, I think it needs an armchair in here.
And an armchair. What, in this corner,
Yeah,
do you think?
I think it just needs. I just think it needs sort of something sort of to fill this space and sort of be comfortable.
Look at this. It's a proper cupboard,
Yep.
isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
it
almost
is.
another bedroom.
Yeah, dressing room.
Dressing room.
And then have you seen the bathroom here with the new lino
Let
and
me see.
everything?
No. Oh, magnificent. I think this really works.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
It really works.
It really cheered it up.
Yeah. I know, Malcolm, that you had different ideas as to what we should do in here, but
Yeah,
it's
no,
turned out
it's-
okay,
It's
hasn't
turned
it?
out all right. Yes.
It's turned
it's
out
fine.
well.
Yeah.
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 And that looks familiar. Seagulls along the
I can't
coast.
remember. I think we picked up at one of the antique places in Bridport, I think.
Yeah, well, it looks like Bridport, but I don't think
Yeah.
it is actually. And then you've got one more
And then we-
bathroom here.
and then-
So mirror or something on there?
I think maybe a mirror on the wall.
Mirror on the wall.
So, you know, can act as a dressing table.
Oh, look at this.
And then,
Now, my
This-
one contribution to the cottage, to the farmhouse, rather, was to encourage the plumber, who wasn't that certain, to move the lavatory to give it a bit more space.
and did you?
And I did.
Oh, well done.
And
Brilliant.
now it has space.
Yes.
Do you remember before?
Yes,
It
yes,
was,
yeah.
yeah.
It was sort of slightly sitting on its side saddle.
It was. I mean, you get a good view.
Indeed you do.
And in fact, there are people who come to this house and they say they prefer the view up that way to the view that way.
Oh, do they?
Yeah,
Oh,
because
interesting.
actually, looking
well,
up
it's
here,
not a bad view.
It's not a bad view at all.
Love Mapperton? Well, be sure to stay connected with us behind the scenes. Subscribe to the Mapperton Live newsletter for exclusive updates on what Luke and I are up to each week, whether it's uncovering historic treasures, restoring on the estate, or preparing for the season ahead. You'll be the first to hear about upcoming events, special projects, and daily life at Mapperton. Don't miss out. Sign up today and experience the magic of Mapperton from wherever you are.